Beyond Average. Mastering Self-Worth and Building a Life of Influence. Written by Ronnie Rowland. Published by Growth Literacy Lounge. Introduction. What if the only thing standing between you and an extraordinary life was your belief that you deserve it? Most people live their lives in the shadow of their own potential, held back not by lack of skill, talent, or opportunity, but by the quiet belief that they aren't worthy of more. It's not about small improvements or minor upgrades, it's about a complete transformation of how you see yourself and your place in the world. This book isn't about settling or fitting in, it's about rising above mediocrity, stepping beyond the average, and mastering the true power of self-worth. Imagine a life where you don't hesitate before an opportunity, where your voice commands a room and your presence carries influence. This isn't just for a chosen few. This life is for you. Beyond Average will guide you from a mindset that's holding you back to one that elevates you, showing you step by step how to cultivate real, unshakable self-worth and, with it, the ability to influence those around you. This book gives you the tools not just to dream of greatness but to step boldly into it. Perhaps you've felt the sting of rejection, the weight of being underestimated, or the nagging feeling that you're destined for more but unsure how to grasp it. You're not alone. Many of us have been conditioned to believe we are only worthy of just enough success, just enough happiness, just enough to get by. But deep down you know there's more waiting for you, if only you could master your own sense of worth. So, if you're ready to stop waiting for permission to be great, if you're ready to build a life that's rich in confidence, respect, and influence, then let's begin. Together, let's step into a journey of becoming more, of moving beyond average and fully stepping into your greatness. We've observed that 66% of our viewers haven't yet subscribed to our channel. We invite you to support us by clicking the subscribe button and liking this video and comment below. Your encouragement inspires us to continue creating valuable content for you. Thank you for being a part of our community and fueling our passion for sharing insights and knowledge. Quote, "To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment." Ralph Waldo Emerson. Chapter 1. Wake Up Before the Sun. The Habit That Changes Everything. The Power of the Sunrise. Imagine waking up to a world untouched by the chaos of the day, a world that's still, quiet, and ready for you. The air is crisp, the sky is painted with the first hues of dawn, and there's a profound peace that's only found in those early hours. What if a simple change in your routine, rising before the sun, could transform your entire life? This is not just about setting an alarm earlier, it's about creating a foundational shift in how you value your time, how you prioritize yourself, and how you build a structure that champions growth and focus. Successful people often attribute a significant portion of their achievements to this practice, not because of the extra time, but because of what those quiet moments before dawn represent: discipline, intention, and control over one's life. Why wake up before the sun? In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to feel as if we're always running out of time. We rush from one task to the next, juggling responsibilities and battling distractions that seem to steal our attention at every moment. But waking up before the sun puts you in a position of power. The early morning hours belong to you. There are no emails, no meetings, no social obligations, just you, your thoughts, and the precious opportunity to shape the day ahead. Studies have shown that early risers are generally less stressed, more proactive, and more capable of managing life's challenges. This habit sets a powerful precedent for the day, enabling you to take control, rather than being constantly reactive to everything happening around you. This chapter is not just about getting up early, it's about creating the space where your best self can flourish. If you've never been a morning person, the thought of waking up before sunrise might feel daunting. But it doesn't have to be an overnight transformation. Here's how to start. 1. Set a small goal. Begin by waking up just 15 minutes earlier than usual. Gradually extend this time until you reach your desired wake-up hour. 2. Create a bedtime ritual. Ensure that your mornings are not sabotaged by late nights. Establish an evening routine that helps you wind down, dim the lights, put away your devices, and allow your mind to rest. 3. Have a clear purpose. Understand why you're waking up early. What will you do with this extra time? Whether it's meditating, exercising, writing, or simply enjoying a peaceful coffee while journaling, know your why. When you rise before the sun, you're doing something incredibly important. You're investing in yourself. This isn't just about productivity, it's about aligning your actions with your desire for growth. You are making a promise to prioritize your well-being and ambitions before the demands of the world consume you. During these morning hours, you have a chance to set the tone for the day. Use this time to engage in activities that are meaningful to you. Exercise to invigorate your body, meditate to center your mind, journal to reflect on your goals, or work on a passion project that brings you fulfillment. The power of rising early is that it shifts your day from reactive to proactive, from being tossed around by the waves of external pressures to being the captain steering the ship of your life. Think about the most successful individuals in the world. Apple CEO Tim Cook wakes up at 3:45 a.m. every day to start answering emails before anyone else is awake. Richard Branson starts his day at 5 a.m., often with physical activity like kite surfing or biking, setting his energy levels high for the day. Oprah Winfrey, one of the most iconic figures in the media world, rises at 5 a.m. to begin her spiritual and wellness practices. These individuals are not just waking up early for the sake of it, they are using this time to nurture their physical health, mental well-being, and personal goals. They embody the principle that how you start your morning can determine the course of the entire day. For the next week, challenge yourself to rise earlier, just a bit earlier each day. Set your alarm across the room so you're forced to get out of bed. Make it non-negotiable, and as you rise, remind yourself of your why. Why are you committed to this transformation? As you make your way into the quiet hours of the morning, you'll notice that the world seems to belong to you. It's a time untouched by the demands of others, a moment of quiet before the noise. At the end of this week, take a moment to reflect on what has changed. Has your mood improved? Do you feel more in control of your day? Are you more connected to your goals? Write down these reflections. Remember, the early morning is a metaphor for everything else you want to achieve. It requires discipline, dedication, and a commitment to value yourself. Now that you've mastered the art of waking up before the sun, it's time to take a closer look at what truly drives you. What if you could live every day guided by your deepest passions? Quote, "The secret of getting ahead is getting started." Mark Twain. Chapter 2. Find your true passion. The courage to live authentically. Are you truly living, or just surviving? Picture yourself years from now, looking back at your life. Would you regret the things you didn't do? The passions you ignored in favor of stability and security? Most people get caught in a cycle of comfort, a safe job, predictable days, and societal approval, but inside, there's a sense of emptiness. What if, instead of just surviving, you could actually live in a way that makes you feel profoundly alive and fulfilled? This chapter is about uncovering the passions that make you excited to get out of bed every morning. It's about finding the courage to live authentically, to explore what sets your soul on fire, and to step out of the cycle of comfort that might be holding you back. The cost of ignoring your passion. Too often, we set aside our true passions, convinced that they are impractical, frivolous, or a distraction from real life. We let our dreams be drowned out by obligations, fear of failure, and the expectations of others. Eris, whose story began in a high-paying finance job, knew that something essential was missing. He was successful by conventional standards, yet he felt an aching void that his career could not fill. Eris loved storytelling, but he traded his notebooks for spreadsheets and his creativity for routine. One day, Eris made a decision that changed everything. He chose to honor his passion. He started waking up early to write before work. He stopped using the excuse of being too busy and committed himself fully to a goal that made him come alive. 1 year later, he held his first book in his hands, the physical proof of what was possible when he embraced his passion. What about you? Are there dreams and ideas you've pushed aside? Things you're passionate about but haven't had the courage to pursue? Passion is a non-negotiable. To be a high-value human, passion must be a non-negotiable. Pursuing what makes you come alive is not a luxury, it is essential for your well-being and growth. When you choose to align your actions with your passion, you invite a new level of energy and fulfillment into your life. You begin to live not just for the approval of others but for the satisfaction of being true to yourself. If you're unsure of what your passion is, it's time to do some soul searching. Ask yourself, what activities make me lose track of time? What was I naturally drawn to as a child before the world told me what I should do? What would I do, even if no one paid me to do it? These are the questions that uncover your true calling. Your passion is the compass that directs you toward your most fulfilling life. Overcoming the fear of following your passion. Fear is the biggest enemy of passion. Many people fear that following their passion will mean sacrificing security, risking failure, or disappointing others. But the truth is that fear often fades when confronted with consistent, small actions. Eris didn't quit his job overnight. He started small, making a little time for his passion every morning. He turned his dream into a commitment, and over time, the courage he needed grew. Here are some steps to take. 1. Take a small step. Every great journey begins with a small step. If your passion is painting, buy a canvas and spend 20 minutes creating something. If it's writing, wake up 30 minutes earlier and start a journal. 2. Block out the noise. There will always be voices, whether external or internal, saying your passion is not practical or realistic. Learn to silence these voices by focusing on the joy that pursuing your passion brings you. 3. Make time for passion, no matter what. Schedule time for your passion the way you would a meeting or an important commitment. Protect it fiercely. Living with passion means living with energy. When you're doing what you love, work becomes play, and every challenge becomes an exciting opportunity. You'll find that when you give your passion room to grow, it spills over into other areas of your life. You'll be more focused, more creative, and more fulfilled in everything else you do. Imagine waking up every day knowing that there is something to look forward to, something that feeds your soul. This is the promise of following your passion. You may not start by making a living from it, but making a life from it is even more important. Your passion gives you resilience, joy, and a sense of purpose that money or prestige could never offer. This week, set aside 15 minutes every day to focus on what excites you. If you don't know what that is yet, use these 15 minutes for exploration. Write a list of things that interest you. Try different activities: painting, writing, cooking, learning a new skill. Pay attention to what lights you up and makes you forget about time. These are the clues that will lead you to your passion. Reflect on your day each night and ask yourself, what brought me the most joy today? If you felt disconnected, what could you do tomorrow to make space for what excites you? The goal is not to change everything at once, but to create space in your day for the things that matter deeply to you. Take a leap, however small, towards your passion. Remember, greatness is not about giant leaps but consistent, deliberate steps. You've started the journey of waking up early and reconnecting with your passion. Now, it's time to explore the power of your mind. What if you could rewire your thinking to unlock limitless potential? Chapter 3. Master your mindset. Shaping the world inside you. The greatest obstacle is your own mind. The stories we tell ourselves determine the lives we lead. If you've ever felt stuck, powerless, or unworthy, it's not because you lack talent or potential, it's because your own thoughts have held you captive. Think about it every time you tell yourself, "I'm not good enough," or "I can't do this." You create a self-fulfilling prophecy. But what if you could change the story? What if the greatest limits you face are the ones you place upon yourself? This chapter is about learning to master your mindset, to identify, challenge, and ultimately reshape the thoughts that determine your actions. When you master your mindset, you unlock an extraordinary power, the ability to change your life from the inside out. The human mind is an incredibly powerful tool, but it can be both your best ally and your worst enemy. Your thoughts influence your behaviors, which in turn shape your outcomes. If you're constantly feeding your mind with doubts, fears, and negative beliefs, you're effectively sabotaging your ability to succeed. The good news: the mind can be trained just like any muscle. With consistent effort, you can replace limiting beliefs with empowering thoughts. The first step to mastering your mindset is understanding this fundamental truth: you are not your thoughts. Thoughts are simply patterns of information running through your mind, often influenced by past experiences, societal conditioning, or even fears that have nothing to do with your true self. Once you realize that you can control your thoughts, you can begin the journey of transformation. Every one of us carries around limiting beliefs, those subconscious ideas that hold us back from reaching our true potential. Maybe you've internalized the belief that you're not smart enough to start a business, or that success is only meant for other people, not you. These beliefs can be sneaky, operating under the surface and subtly dictating your actions or inaction. The first exercise for this chapter is to identify these limiting beliefs. Take a piece of paper and write down the thoughts that hold you back. Do they sound like, "I'm not talented enough. I always fail at things like this. I'm not good at making decisions"? Once you have them down on paper, it's time to challenge them. For each limiting belief, write down at least 3 pieces of evidence that prove it wrong. For example, limiting belief: I always fail at things like this. Counter evidence: 1. I completed my college degree, which wasn't easy. 2. I successfully learned how to drive, even though it was difficult at first. 3. I took on a new work project and saw it through to completion. By refuting your limiting beliefs with factual evidence, you begin to weaken the power they hold over you. Rewire your thinking with affirmations. Once you've challenged your negative beliefs, the next step is to replace them with positive affirmations. These are statements that help you reprogram your mind and direct your thinking toward growth, possibility, and self-empowerment. Affirmations should be phrased in the present tense, and they must resonate with you emotionally. For example, I am capable of learning and growing every day. I have the strength and resilience to face any challenge. I am deserving of success, and I take action towards my goals. Place these affirmations somewhere you'll see them every day, on your mirror, your desk, or even set a daily reminder on your phone. Repeat them often. Over time, you'll notice how these new thoughts begin to shape your actions and, ultimately, your outcomes. Another key aspect of mastering your mindset is shifting from a scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset. A scarcity mindset is rooted in fear that there's not enough to go around, that if others succeed, there's less left for you. It can create jealousy, competitiveness, and even paralyze you from taking action. In contrast, an abundance mindset recognizes that there are limitless opportunities for success, growth, and fulfillment. Start by cultivating gratitude. Each day, write down 3 things you are grateful for. This practice may seem simple, but it has profound effects. It rewires your brain to focus on what's good and plentiful in your life rather than on what's lacking. When you approach each day from a place of gratitude, you are automatically shifting towards an abundance mentality, one that believes there are countless possibilities available to you. Mastering your mindset doesn't happen overnight, but every time you choose to replace a negative thought with a positive one, you're changing the trajectory of your life. Imagine how your days would look if you truly believed in your abilities, if you viewed challenges as opportunities for growth rather than obstacles. Your entire experience would change. Take control of your thoughts, and you'll take control of your life. Remember, the world outside of you is a reflection of what's inside your mind. To see change out there, you must first change the thoughts you hold in here. This week, practice becoming an observer of your thoughts. Whenever you notice a negative or limiting belief, stop yourself, write it down, challenge it, and replace it with an empowering affirmation. It will feel strange at first, like trying on new clothes that don't quite fit, but with consistency, you'll grow into this new version of yourself. With your mindset starting to shift, it's time to explore how you can further enhance your transformation. What if you could reprogram your mind to constantly seek growth and opportunity, rather than remain stuck in old habits? Chapter 4. Reprogram for Growth. Transforming limitation into possibility. Imagine your mind as a garden. The thoughts you plant there, whether empowering or limiting, will eventually grow and shape the landscape of your life. Unfortunately, most of us allow weeds to grow unchecked: negative thoughts, doubts, fears, and limiting beliefs. We unknowingly water these weeds until they take over, preventing us from thriving. But what if you could pull out those weeds and plant something new, something that serves your growth? This chapter is about reprogramming your mind for growth, and it begins by understanding how much power you have over your thoughts and beliefs. If you're ready to transform the way you see yourself and your potential, then it's time to get to work in your mental garden. Why reprogramming is essential. Every person carries around a set of mental programs, beliefs picked up from childhood, society, past experiences, and even fears. These programs run like a script, silently dictating how you perceive yourself, your opportunities, and the world around you. The problem? Much of this programming is limiting. It tells you that you can't start a business because you're not business-minded, or that you don't deserve happiness because you've made mistakes. To reprogram your mindset is to consciously rewrite that script. It's about identifying the programs that don't serve you, those self-doubting, critical voices, and replacing them with thoughts that encourage growth, strength, and self-belief. The growth mindset versus the fixed mindset. There are two primary types of mindsets that determine how we approach life: the fixed mindset and the growth mindset. A fixed mindset assumes that abilities and intelligence are static. People with this mindset often think, "I'm just not good at math," or "I'll never be able to lead," believing that their abilities are set in stone. A growth mindset, on the other hand, sees abilities as dynamic and evolving. People with a growth mindset believe they can learn, grow, and improve through effort, experience, and dedication. Challenges are opportunities, and failures are merely feedback for better performance in the future. To achieve personal growth and become a high-value human, you need to cultivate a growth mindset. It's about understanding that everything you wish to become is already within you, waiting to be developed. It's about realizing that setbacks are not failures but essential parts of your journey. Steps to reprogram your mind for growth. 1. Identify negative programs and replace them. Start by journaling. Write down the most frequent negative thoughts you have about yourself or your capabilities. It might be, "I'm not a natural leader," or "I'll never be financially successful." Next to each negative thought, write down a positive counter program. Negative thought: "I'm not a natural leader." Counter program: "Leadership is a skill that I can learn and develop with practice." Replace these thoughts actively every time they arise. This is like weeding out your garden and planting healthy seeds in their place. 2. Use affirmations consistently. Affirmations are powerful tools to rewire your subconscious. Create a list of 5 to 10 affirmations that align with the new beliefs you want to establish. I am capable of achieving anything I set my mind to. Challenges make me stronger and more capable. I deserve success, happiness, and fulfillment. Say these affirmations out loud every morning and whenever you face a challenge. Repetition creates familiarity, and over time, these words will become your truth. 3. Visualize your future self. Close your eyes and visualize the person you want to become. Imagine your future self living the life you desire, feeling confident, achieving your goals, thriving in every aspect. Visualization activates the subconscious and primes it to start working towards this future. Spend 5 to 10 minutes each morning seeing yourself in this positive state, feeling the emotions connected to your success. 4. Reframe failures as learning opportunities. A major element of reprogramming is how you handle setbacks. Every time you encounter a failure or setback, pause and ask yourself, "What can I learn from this?" Reframing failures in this way removes the emotional sting and transforms them into opportunities for growth. Each mistake becomes a lesson that pushes you forward, rather than a wall that holds you back. Transforming daily habits. Reprogramming your mind isn't just about big moments, it's about the small, daily habits that build up over time. Here are a few habits that will accelerate your reprogramming journey. Meditate daily. Spend 10 minutes in stillness, focusing on your breath. Meditation helps you observe thoughts without attachment, which is key to understanding and changing them. Surround yourself with growth-minded people. Your environment plays a huge role in your mindset. Spend time with those who encourage, inspire, and push you to grow. When you're struggling with something, add the word "yet." For example, instead of saying, "I don't know how to manage my finances," say, "I don't know how to manage my finances yet." This single word changes a closed door into an open possibility. As you begin reprogramming your mind, you may feel resistance. The old programs are comfortable, they've been there for years, and your subconscious clings to familiarity. But growth is about stepping into discomfort, embracing it as a necessary part of transformation. The more you challenge and replace old beliefs, the more you will feel a shift happening inside you. You'll start noticing that your actions, feelings, and opportunities begin to change. Imagine a runner at the start of a race who has always believed they're too slow to compete. They've heard it from others and repeated it in their own mind until it became their identity. But one day they decide to challenge that belief. They start training, replacing "I'm slow" with "I'm getting faster every day." They practice visualization, seeing themselves crossing the finish line with confidence. The change isn't immediate, but over time, their new belief pushes them to train harder, to run longer, and eventually, to compete. This is the power of reprogramming, turning limitation into possibility. This week, commit to reprogramming your mind. Begin each day with affirmations and end it with gratitude. Pay attention to your inner dialogue. Are you being supportive or self-sabotaging? When you catch a negative thought, challenge it and replace it with something more empowering. Remember, repetition is key. The mind learns through consistent effort, just like any muscle. Now that you've started reprogramming your mindset for growth, it's time to learn how to maintain the focus required to make these changes stick. What if you could develop an unshakable focus that blocks out distractions and moves you steadily towards your biggest goals? Chapter 5. Focus until you make it. Developing unshakable concentration. The cost of living distracted. Every day, we are surrounded by endless distractions, buzzing notifications, constant emails, the lure of social media, and the pressures of multitasking. We live in an age where distraction is the default, where focus feels like a distant dream and deep work is a rare luxury. Imagine if you could take back control, harnessing your energy and attention toward your most important goals. What if, instead of feeling like your day controls you, you felt a powerful sense of direction and purpose guiding your every action? This chapter is about developing unshakable focus, a skill that will help you channel all your mental energy into what truly matters, cutting through the noise of daily life. Focus is not just about blocking out distractions, it's about clarity of purpose and the commitment to follow through. With unbreakable focus, you don't just dream, you make those dreams a reality. Why focus is your superpower. Focus is what turns your goals into achievements. Without focus, even the most talented individuals fail to reach their potential, overwhelmed by scattered energy and the distractions of life. Focus helps you cut through the noise, ensuring that you move consistently in the direction of your aspirations. When you cultivate a powerful focus, it becomes easier to prioritize effectively, making sure that your actions align with your goals. Achieve deep work states, where you produce your best, most creative, and impactful work. Reduce stress, since clarity of purpose provides direction and lessens the feeling of being pulled in 1,000 directions. Developing focus isn't about never getting distracted, it's about training your mind to come back to what matters, again and again, until it becomes second nature. Step 1. Set clear priorities. The first step in developing unshakable focus is deciding what truly matters. Without a clear direction, focus has nothing to anchor to. So take some time to define, what are your top 3 goals at the moment? What activities contribute directly to these goals? What actions, relationships, or habits are draining your focus without offering meaningful return? Once you have clarity on these, it's easier to align your focus with what is genuinely important, rather than allowing your attention to be consumed by the urgent but unimportant. The power of single tasking. We often think that multitasking is a skill, but in truth, multitasking is the enemy of high performance and deep focus. The human brain can only concentrate on one thing at a time effectively. When we multitask, we are not being productive, we are just rapidly switching between tasks, which leads to stress, mistakes, and burnout. Start by committing to single tasking. 1. Eliminate distractions. Before starting work, identify potential distractions. This could mean putting your phone on Do Not Disturb, closing unrelated tabs, or even putting up a Do Not Disturb sign for family members or coworkers. 2. Set timed focus sessions. Use a timer and set it for 25 minutes. This technique, known as the Pomodoro technique, can help you commit to focusing fully on one task without interruption. After the timer goes off, take a short break before starting the next session. By training your mind to stay focused on one thing at a time, you cultivate mental discipline and drastically increase your productivity and creativity. The role of environment in enhancing focus. Your physical environment plays a crucial role in your ability to focus. Imagine trying to work while surrounded by piles of laundry, or with the TV on in the background. It's almost impossible to enter a state of flow in these conditions. A cluttered environment often leads to a cluttered mind. Create a workspace that is organized, inspiring, and conducive to concentration. Use environmental cues. Designate specific areas for specific activities. For example, use a particular desk only for work. This helps condition your mind to switch into focus mode when you enter that space. Mindfulness and the art of refocusing. No matter how disciplined you are, distractions will inevitably arise. You'll catch yourself scrolling mindlessly or getting sidetracked by irrelevant tasks. The key is not to eliminate all distractions and impossible tasks, but to refocus quickly. This is where mindfulness becomes a powerful ally. Mindfulness is the practice of bringing your attention back to the present moment without judgment. When you notice yourself getting distracted, pause. Acknowledge the distraction, then gently guide your focus back to your intended task. Each time you do this, you're strengthening your focus muscle. Practice mindfulness meditation for at least 5 minutes every day. Sit in a quiet space, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. As your thoughts wander, and they will, simply notice them and bring your focus back to your breath. This exercise trains you to regain control over your attention, a skill that will serve you well in every aspect of life. Guarding your attention like a treasure. Your attention is valuable. Companies spend billions of dollars every year trying to capture it. Social media platforms are designed to be addictive, news headlines are crafted to trigger emotional reactions, and notifications are engineered to hijack your focus. Guarding your attention requires being intentional about how you spend your time. Take a few steps this week to regain control. Audit your digital life. How much time do you spend on social media or aimlessly browsing the internet? Use an app to track your screen time and identify areas for improvement. Turn off non-essential notifications. Unfollow accounts that don't add value to your life. Consider implementing a daily digital detox. Perhaps the first hour of your day could be technology-free. Time block your day. Set specific times for important tasks and avoid doing other things during that time. By scheduling when you will check emails or go on social media, you avoid letting those activities eat up precious time meant for deep work. The power of saying no. One of the most overlooked aspects of maintaining focus is the ability to say no. Every yes you give to someone else's demands is a no to your own priorities. If you want to achieve unshakable focus, you need to become comfortable with saying no to tasks, people, or events that don't align with your goals. Saying no is not selfish, it's a commitment to your vision. Practice saying no kindly but firmly. For instance, "Thank you for thinking of me, but I need to focus on my current priorities. I appreciate the offer, but I'm not available at this time." When you prioritize your focus, you create the mental space needed for growth and true productivity. This week, create a focus plan. 1. Write down your top 3 goals and identify the activities that contribute most to achieving them. 2. Block out specific times each day for focused work on these activities, using the Pomodoro technique or a similar method. 3. Audit your environment and digital life for distractions and make necessary changes to support deep focus. 4. Spend 5 minutes every day on mindfulness meditation to practice bringing your focus back to the present. Track your progress daily, what helped you focus, and what distractions were the most challenging. Every time you catch yourself distracted, instead of getting frustrated, celebrate the moment of awareness and gently bring yourself back to the task at hand. Now that you've begun to master focus, it's time to refine your voice, both within and outside. What if speaking positively could transform your outlook and influence those around you for the better? Quote, "Concentration is the secret of strength." Ralph Waldo Emerson. Chapter 6. Speak with a positive attitude. Transform your words, transform your life. The power of your words. Words are not just sounds that leave our mouths, they are powerful forces that shape the world around us and within us. Every word you speak carries energy, capable of either building up or tearing down. Now imagine what happens when those words are directed inward, how they influence your mindset, your actions, and ultimately your entire life. In this chapter, we explore the incredible power of speaking with a positive attitude. Your speech is a reflection of your thoughts, and by learning to use words in an empowering way, you create a powerful shift not only in your personal growth but also in how you influence and inspire those around you. How your words affect your reality. Take a moment and reflect. What words do you use most often to describe your life, your work, your challenges? Are you saying things like, "This is impossible," or "I can't handle this"? These phrases are more impactful than you might think. They act as commands to your subconscious mind, subtly creating limitations. When you say, "I'm terrible at this," your mind works to make that statement true. But it works the other way too. Imagine the effect of saying, "I can learn this," or "I am getting better every day." These words, though simple, contain a power that directs your mind towards growth, perseverance, and success. The shift in your language is a shift in your energy and focus, from feeling defeated to feeling capable. Positive language isn't just about avoiding negativity, it's about using words intentionally to empower yourself and those around you. It's about shifting from destructive criticism to constructive conversation, from complaints to possibilities. The art of reframing. One of the most powerful tools to develop a positive attitude in your speech is reframing. Reframing involves taking a negative thought or statement and giving it a positive or constructive twist. Here are a few examples. Negative: I failed at that project. Reframed: that project taught me valuable lessons that I can use next time. Negative: I can't do this, it's too hard. Reframed: this is challenging, but challenges are how I grow. I will figure it out. Reframing doesn't ignore reality, it acknowledges the difficulty or setback, but shifts the focus from defeat to learning, from obstacle to opportunity. The way you frame a situation influences your emotions and your actions, so make it count. Another key element of positive speech is how you speak about others. Gossip, complaints, and negativity directed at others can have a corrosive effect on both your relationships and your own mindset. When you speak ill of others, you are subtly reinforcing a negative way of seeing the world. It drags your energy down and prevents you from focusing on the positive qualities of people and situations. Instead, practice gratitude and praise. Make it a habit to speak positively about others, to highlight their strengths rather than their flaws. It doesn't mean ignoring mistakes or pretending everyone is perfect. It means choosing to focus on the constructive side of things. When you're in a conversation that's veering towards negativity, you can steer it back by offering something uplifting. For example, instead of saying they never do their job right, say, I think they're still learning, and we can help support their growth. Instead of complaining about someone's mistakes, try saying, I appreciate their effort. Everyone has room to improve, myself included. When you make the shift to positive language about others, you create an environment of support, encouragement, and growth, not only for them but for yourself. Words and self-talk, your inner dialogue. The most important conversation you have each day is the one you have with yourself. Self-talk is powerful, and often we are our own harshest critics. The words you say to yourself influence your confidence, motivation, and belief in your abilities. If you continually tell yourself, I can't do this, or I'm not good enough, you limit your own potential. Change your inner dialogue. 1. Catch negative self-talk. Be aware of when you're speaking to yourself negatively. This awareness is the first step to change. 2. Replace with positive phrasing. Once you catch yourself, immediately replace the negative thought with a positive one. Instead of I'm always messing things up, try I'm learning and improving every day. 3. Use encouraging language. Imagine that you're speaking to a close friend who is struggling. You wouldn't tear them down, you'd lift them up. Do the same for yourself. The way you speak not only affects your inner world but also the people around you. Imagine a friend is feeling down about a failed attempt at something. You could either say, well, it didn't work, maybe you should try something easier, or you could say, this didn't go as planned, but I'm sure it's part of your learning process. I know you can get through this. Which response is more empowering? The second one, of course. Positive speech encourages others to see their potential, to not give up when things get tough, and to keep pushing forward. Your words have the power to either drain someone's energy or to give them the strength to try again. This week, practice being the person who uses language to lift people up. Compliment someone's effort, not just their results. Praise someone for their perseverance. Notice how your words make them feel and how, in turn, it makes you feel. The ripple effect of positive communication. The more you practice speaking positively to yourself, about others, and in general, the more you create a ripple effect. Your words will inspire and uplift those around you, and they, in turn, will pass that positivity on. The energy you put into the world through your language doesn't just impact you, it affects everyone you meet. Imagine being someone whose words people remember because they felt encouraged, seen, and uplifted by you. This is the power of speaking with a positive attitude. Not only do you benefit from a more empowered mindset, but you also help others live better, more inspired lives. This week, focus on transforming your speech. 1. Reframe negativity. Whenever you notice yourself saying something negative, either aloud or in your mind, pause. Reframe it in a positive or constructive way. 2. Compliment others. Each day, make a point to give a genuine compliment to someone, whether it's their effort, an achievement, or simply something positive you see in them. 3. Practice gratitude aloud. Start each morning by saying aloud 3 things you're grateful for. Let those positive words be the foundation of your day. Track your progress at the end of each day. How did your positive words affect your mood and your interactions? Did it make challenging situations easier to navigate? Reflect on these experiences to further reinforce the value of positive speech in your journey. Now that you've learned to speak positively, It's time to learn how to put your values into action. What if you could write down the blueprint for your life, your principles, your goals, and your vision, and bring them to life every single day? Chapter 7. Write your value on paper, creating your blueprint for life. Have you ever felt like you were living on autopilot, just going through the motions without any clear direction? Many people drift through life without defining what truly matters to them. They make decisions based on circumstances, societal pressures, or what others expect, rather than what resonates deeply with their own values and beliefs. In this chapter, we dive into the transformative power of writing down your values. This is more than just a motivational exercise, it's the creation of your personal blueprint for living. When you put pen to paper, you commit to knowing yourself more deeply, to defining what matters most, and to shaping your actions and decisions accordingly. Your values are your compass, and writing them down ensures that you stay on course, no matter how challenging the journey. Why writing your values down matters. The act of writing is a declaration, it turns abstract ideas into tangible reality. When you write your values down, they become real, something you can refer back to and remind yourself of when life gets overwhelming or when tough choices arise. Without clear values, it's easy to be influenced by the noise around us, to say yes when we should say no, to pursue things that aren't aligned with who we truly are. Think of your values as guiding stars that provide direction. By having your values in writing, you have a reference point for every decision. It becomes easier to determine whether an opportunity is right for you, whether a relationship is healthy, or whether you are genuinely moving towards your true aspirations. The first step is to discover what your core values truly are. This is a deeply reflective process, and it requires honest introspection. To start, 1. Reflect on past moments of fulfillment. Think back to times when you felt truly fulfilled, proud, or joyful. What were you doing? Who were you with? What values were being honored in those moments? Was it creativity, courage, kindness, or authenticity? 2. Identify what you stand against. Sometimes defining what we stand for starts with understanding what we reject. What behaviors or values do you find intolerable? Dishonesty, lack of empathy, irresponsibility. The opposites of these are likely values that you hold dear. 3. Narrow down your values. Make a list of the values that resonate most with you. Examples might include integrity, growth, compassion, adventure, learning, family, and creativity. Narrow this list down to about 5 to 10 core values. These should be the principles that, when honored, make you feel the most alive and true to yourself. Once you've identified your values, it's time to put them into writing. But this isn't just a list, it's a living document, a statement of what's important to you and why. Create a separate page for each of your values and write about why this value is important to you. How this value manifests in your life. Provide specific examples, ways you can honor this value more fully moving forward. For instance, value, integrity, why it's important. Integrity is about being true to my word, even when it's inconvenient or challenging. It helps me build genuine relationships and maintain my self-respect. How it shows up in my life. I strive to be honest with others, even when the truth is difficult. At work, I ensure I follow through on commitments. How to honor it more. Speak up in moments when it's easier to stay silent. Be accountable for my actions without shifting blame. This process brings your values to life. They become tangible commitments, and they give you a structure to continuously refer back to, assess, and improve upon. Living in alignment with your values. Writing your values down is the first step. The next is living in alignment with them. Each day presents you with opportunities to honor or compromise your values. For instance, if family is one of your core values, are you spending enough quality time with your loved ones? Or is work taking up too much space in your life? If growth is essential to you, are you challenging yourself, taking on new opportunities and learning, or have you become too comfortable in your routine? Living in alignment with your values doesn't mean perfection. It's not about rigid adherence but rather intention and awareness. The more you practice aligning your actions with your written values, the more consistent and authentic your life becomes. Life often presents us with difficult choices. It's in these moments that your written values become most powerful. When you have two options in front of you, and both seem equally appealing or equally daunting, use your written values as a guide. Does this choice honor my values, or does it compromise them? Which option aligns more closely with what I want my life to represent? Imagine being offered a promotion that pays significantly more but requires working excessive hours, taking away from family and personal well-being. If family and balance are among your core values, this may be a sign that, despite the higher pay, the position isn't right for you. Making choices based on your values might be challenging in the short term, but it always leads to deeper fulfillment. To reinforce your values, make journaling a daily habit. At the end of each day, reflect and ask yourself, did I honor my values today? Were there moments I compromised them? If so, what can I learn? How can I align more closely with my values tomorrow? By consistently reviewing and reflecting on your values, you cultivate a practice of intentional living. Your decisions become clearer, your self-esteem grows, and you move with greater purpose through life. 1. Write down your top 5 to 10 values. Spend time this week identifying and writing down your core values. Dedicate a page or more to each one, describing why they matter to you and how you plan to live by them. 2. Use values for daily decisions. As decisions come up throughout your week, big or small, pause and ask yourself, which option aligns most with my values? 3. Reflect each night. Spend 5 to 10 minutes each evening journaling. Write about a specific instance during the day where you honored or compromised a value. Consider how it made you feel and what you learned from that experience. The ripple effect of living your values. When you live in alignment with your values, it changes not only your life but also the people around you. You become a person others trust and look up to because your actions are grounded in what you believe. You set an example for others on the importance of integrity, self-respect, and intention. Living authentically, with your values as your compass, makes you a high-value human in the truest sense. You create a life that is not only fulfilling for yourself but inspiring to others. With your values clearly defined and guiding your actions, it's time to enhance your confidence and charm. What if practicing in front of a mirror could help you master social interactions and convey your value effortlessly? Chapter 8. Practice in the mirror. Mastering confidence and charm. The reflection that changes everything. Stand in front of a mirror and just look. What do you see? Most people see only the surface, their appearance, imperfections, or whatever they think isn't right. But the mirror is more than a place to adjust your hair or fix your tie. It's a tool for transformation, a gateway to building confidence, improving social skills, and truly connecting with yourself. This chapter is about using the mirror to practice charm, confidence, and authenticity. The person staring back at you is the first person you need to impress, encourage, and inspire. The way you see yourself determines how you project yourself into the world, and the mirror can be the training ground for becoming a high-value human, someone who radiates self-assurance and inspires others. Why mirror practice works. Mirror practice isn't about vanity or superficial improvement, it's about connection. The mirror provides instant feedback, allowing you to see your body language. Are you slouching or standing tall? Do you look tense or relaxed? Observe your facial expressions. Do you smile with genuine warmth, or does your expression convey anxiety or disinterest? Listen to your voice. Are you speaking clearly and confidently, or do you rush your words? The mirror allows you to become aware of how you appear to the world. Once you are aware, you can change and improve. Whether it's practicing a speech, rehearsing an introduction, or simply becoming more comfortable with your own image, the mirror is your partner in growth. Step 1. Eye contact, the foundation of confidence. One of the simplest yet most powerful mirror exercises is practicing eye contact. The way you hold your gaze reflects the level of confidence you possess. If you find it difficult to look yourself in the eyes, chances are you'll struggle with eye contact in social situations as well. Here's what to do. 1. Stand in front of a mirror. 2. Look yourself in the eyes for 2 full minutes. During this time, observe what thoughts come up. Are you comfortable, or do you feel awkward? 3. If negative thoughts arise, judgments about your appearance, self-doubt, acknowledge them without attaching to them. Then, shift your focus. Tell yourself, I am worthy of being seen. I am confident. Repeat this exercise daily. Over time, you'll notice how much easier it becomes to maintain eye contact, both with yourself and with others. Strong eye contact conveys trust, authority, and openness, qualities that make you a more compelling and valued individual. Step 2. Practice your posture and gestures. Your body language speaks even before your words do. Standing tall, with shoulders back and head held high, signals confidence and openness. Conversely, slouching conveys a lack of self-esteem or interest. Use the mirror to assess your posture. 1. Stand with intent. Straighten your back, roll your shoulders down and back, and lift your chin slightly. This is the posture of someone who is in command of themselves. 2. Practice hand gestures. Use hand gestures that feel natural to emphasize your words. Watch how your hands move as you speak. Are they animated, or do they seem tense and unsure? 3. Walk with purpose. Step back from the mirror and walk toward it as if you're entering a room to meet someone important. Observe how you move. Do you look approachable? Are your steps confident? Body language not only affects how others see you but also how you feel about yourself. Adopting a confident posture can influence your internal state, making you feel more capable and at ease. Step 3. Speak affirmations out loud. The words you speak to yourself in the mirror are powerful. Affirmations spoken aloud, especially when looking at yourself, are like seeds planted deep in your subconscious. You begin to believe them, and belief is the foundation of any transformation. Stand in front of the mirror each morning and say affirmations that resonate with your goals. I am confident and capable. I speak with clarity and charm. I am worthy of success and respect. At first, these affirmations may feel awkward. You might even doubt their truth. But repetition is key. The more you say these affirmations, the more they become part of your belief system, influencing how you think, feel, and act. Step 4. Practice speaking, the confidence rehearsal. Public speaking, or even just introducing yourself to someone new, can be nerve-wracking. The mirror is a great place to practice your speaking skills without the pressure of an audience. Here's how to do it. 1. Prepare a short introduction. Imagine you're meeting someone for the first time. Introduce yourself, say your name, what you do, and a little bit about why you're passionate about it. 2. Watch your expressions. Do you smile naturally? Are your gestures open and friendly? 3. Adjust as needed. If you notice that your expression looks tense or your voice sounds flat, make adjustments. Smile a bit more, vary the tone of your voice, and add pauses to emphasize key points. This exercise will make you more comfortable in social situations, help you eliminate verbal fillers, and create a more engaging presence when speaking. Mastering the relationship with yourself. When you practice in the mirror, you're not just improving your outward skills, you're nurturing the most important relationship in your life, the one with yourself. If you can look yourself in the eyes and speak words of affirmation, if you can observe and correct your body language, you build a solid foundation of self-respect and self-love. This practice helps you become comfortable in your own skin. You begin to see yourself not as flawed or inadequate, but as a person with unique strengths, ready to offer value to the world. Once you've practiced in front of the mirror, it's time to test your skills in the real world. Use what you've practiced, make strong eye contact, smile genuinely, and speak with warmth and confidence. Notice how people react to you differently when you project assuredness and positivity. The changes may seem subtle at first, but soon you'll notice more openness from others, deeper conversations, and a natural charisma that draws people in. Mirror work allows you to fine-tune the traits that make you not only a better communicator, but also a more authentic and magnetic version of yourself. 1. Practice eye contact. Spend 2 minutes each day looking into your own eyes. Observe your thoughts and practice replacing negative ones with supportive, encouraging beliefs. 2. Posture check. Use the mirror to practice standing tall, walking with purpose, and using gestures that convey confidence. 3. Speak affirmations aloud. Choose 2 to 3 affirmations and speak them out loud every morning while looking in the mirror. 4. Rehearse an introduction. Practice a short introduction in front of the mirror until it feels natural. Notice your body language and adjust to present the best version of yourself. Journal your progress. After each mirror session, write down any insights you had. Were there particular expressions or gestures that needed work? Did you feel more confident afterward? This practice will help you see your growth over time. Now that you have learned to embrace your reflection and master your confidence, it's time to unlock the full potential of your mind. What if you could train your memory to help you retain every lesson, every success, and every idea you need to grow? Final words. As we reach the conclusion of this journey, remember, each page turned is a step towards the realization of your true potential. This book is not merely a collection of words, but a toolkit for transformation, a mirror reflecting your innate capabilities and unexplored possibilities. Your journey does not end here. It evolves every day with each decision, each challenge faced, and each victory celebrated. Take the lessons, the strategies, and the insights you've gathered and wield them as tools to carve out your path, to build a life of significance and fulfillment. Stand tall, in the knowledge that you have everything you need within you to create the life you deserve. Continue to learn, to grow, and to lead. Let your actions inspire others as you have been inspired, weaving a tapestry of growth and success that extends far beyond yourself. You are the master of your destiny. Embrace it with courage and conviction. Take care and be well.